The Charles P. and ladies and gentlemen, finished putting on the last of the photo etch, which is little brackets that go around the little guns around there. Got all them on, and a few little odds and ends that I put on as well. Right now I am at the point where I need to do a little fill-in work, and when I say fill-in work, that's little gaps here that you got along the sides. We're going to fill them in with tulip. And I know a lot of people always ask, what is tulip? It is a thick acrylic paint. It's not I classify it as a putty, but it's more of a paint. But it's just thick enough where you don't need, for example, you don't need plastic putty, you don't need AVs, you don't need good old-fashioned red putty. It's just one of those. It's just one of those valuable little tools that you just need for the modeling when you just need to fill in a little gap, and it dries smooth, and you don't have to sand it or anything, and it's just a great thing to have. So we're starting the tulip run. We're starting on this side, and we'll just work our way all the way around in a few other little spots that need to be filled in. This is just the easiest way to do it. So we're going to do some tulip on it this weekend, and I went ahead and I stretched some sprue. And I just took a match, cut off a piece of sprue, and once it gets hot enough, you bend it. It bends, and then you just pull it apart, and you can get you really thick and thin versions of the stretched sprue. Like this one's really thin. This one's a little thicker when it gets closer to the burnt end. And it just, anyway, got that done. And I started putting one on there, if you can actually see it on the mask. So we're going to start, add a couple there, we'll add a couple to the other side, which, just like the picture here. However, it's not going to get every one of the rigging. It's just going to get, a good portion of it. And we'll take care of that. So anyway, there's that on the Charles P. So anyway, rigging started. We're going to do some tulip, and then hopefully we'll get some paint on the ship. One thing I got to mention, this is going to sit on 2 pedestals and a black case, and they are ordered, and they should be here hopefully in a week. Haven't got my confirmation yet, but anyway, hopefully it'll be here in a week, and then we can get that mounted. That's anyway, we got just a little more work to do on it, and then we can start doing the fun stuff. But anyway, Charles P is taking shape. Another Trans Am, and this one was modified the first time around. They I don't know what they did, but they cut out the top here, and this time it's removable off the chassis, so that makes it a whole lot easier. But anyway, I took some styrene. I filled in the bottom there, so hopefully I think there's enough room and it won't interfere with electronics or anything, and it's good and sturdy. I just need a backer so I can fill it in. We're going to use epoxy sculpt. We're going to mix that up, put that on here. It's going to be really close. I want to try to get the hood curve here. I want to try to get it sculpted back in. It's not going to be probably 100%, totally smooth. I mean, I could probably do extensive body work on it, but I'm not. Because I got to give my disclaimer. This is an RC car on an RC body, so if it actually, if it hits the wall, it could crack, or anything like that. Because I do make static models, I don't necessarily make models to take a beating. But anyway, other than that, we got that accomplished. My next thing I got to do is I got to get the headlights. I got to get them cut off and recessed back down like they're down. That's one of the things I got to do. And I think what I'm going to do is just end up probably sawing it off, and I'm going to try to reuse the plastic parts. If not, I'll probably use some styrene or something. And then my favorite job is I got to get the stickers off of it. So anyway, some of them peeled off pretty nice. Other ones just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you still got to keep pulling at it. But anyway, got sticker duty to do on that, and we'll try to get that filled in hopefully tomorrow. But anyway, there's that on the RC Trans Am. The airliner, me and Mr. Airliner is just about to do this to it, because it's the decals, which is the homemade decals, and they're good, but they're bad at the same time, and everyone knows they don't fit right through here, which I'll have to paint some of that. And I put enough solution on here, and I've started to make them curl in certain places. I'll show you right here. Wants to curl up right there, and I don't know why. I think it's the decal film, because it's it's just I call it homemade decal film. It's just they tend to see the curl, and so the back here it somewhat fits. You can see where it extends out. I'm gonna whack that off, and then try to get some more solution on there where it'll curve it, and then what I'm gonna have to do is get some Future, and I'm gonna have to spray it, just get a good coat on there. And other than that, I won't have to do this to it, and we can hopefully get some more decals on it, because it's just about done. It just needs about, I don't know, about 6 more decals on it, and we'll be good to go on that. So anyway, the American Eagle is taking shape. I just got to walk away from it and then come back and fix it. Anyway, that's what I have been doing on that today. So we're going to try to fix the decals on it and continue on. But anyway, that's what I got going on. We are continuing on with the American Eagle. We are starting the new RC Trans Am, and the Charles P is getting some tulips. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.